Hails, friends of black metal, doom metal, post-black and whatnot. Today's band comes from France and, well, this is a tricky one. Let's put it this way. This band has existed for a few years now, and this main guy, being a relatively young guy, about early 20s, has decided to put up an album full of music that is hard to be classified, hard to put in any given genre box, but having elements of various sources, creating dark, heavy music. Metal music, obviously, is the case here, and I don't know. This is a tricky one to be labeled as any given under any given genre. So let's start just unboxing this album, and I'll try to guide you through what we have here. Released by Ladlow, this album is once again beautifully packaged. Um, Album in question, as you might have been wondering, I don't know how to actually to pronounce this properly. Well, Triste Terre is the name of the band, but Grand Œuvre, or something like Grand Œuvre, maybe, is the name of the album. Pardon my French, is not that good, and you might notice the wordplay already there. This is a CD, once again, beautiful in design, as is the packaging here. And as you might have already figured out, this is not your typical extreme metal release by, covers, design, colors. Everything is just a little bit off in regarding of what is so-called typical release here. But rest assured, it is very nicely done. Everything just kind of a, I don't know, it's all about quality. It's kind of a breathing this out, this kind of beautiful quality, beautiful dark essence, so to speak. So what is the music then all about? It's quite of a tricky, like I already said, because this is not exactly a typical black metal release. I wouldn't even call it black metal as such, because while this has been labeled by the label as kind of atmospheric black metal, it's only half the truth here. The thing is, this is a lot to do with doom metal, but then again, calling this kind of a doom black is not giving the right impression of the album, at least not in my opinion. More than that, this feels like a kind of a post-metal meets black metal meets doom and then some. Calling this post-black might be as close as one can get without getting too far off, from the actual music, what is this being described here. The thing is, mostly it's about lengthy tracks, approximately 10 minutes or more, given that it's like 6-track albums, 65 minutes. And all these songs are kind of related to Cascadian black metal stuff. I mean, those lengthy kind of post-metallic, black metalish tracks, which are just going on and on, going on and going on. Now, not very riff-oriented, more than being kind of an atmospheric-driven album. All these lengthy tracks kind of, pave the way for the next thing to come. The thing is, when I say post-metal or even post-rock in this context, I mean the kind of a climbing effect which you might notice in these genres. So you're like constantly growing and growing, and you're trying to reach the climax, but it might never come. And it's all right. I mean, some people like this kind of a long-term tease thing. But I don't know. There should be, in my opinion, the sort of a kind of a like this climax when everything is just like, whoa, this climb was so worth it. And with Triste Terre, I don't know if it's that possible. The thing here is, most of the album is like slow tempo parts, which is kind of giving this kind of a doomish impression. But there are faster parts, which kind of makes sense. And as such, they kind of remind me of Wolves in the Throne Room and the other Cascadian black metal stuff. But it's not like that because this is the French version, not the American version. So there are all slight differences when it comes to melodies or just droning guitars, which then again create this whole atmosphere, which is really dark and also heavy at the same time. So kind of doomish, kind of black metalish. But when we talk about the drums here, which are, by the way, excellent, the amount of detail, not lack of anything exactly, but more like the amount of details it drums, like how intricate they can be and how wonderfully designed they can be. I mean, it's creating strong post-metal kind of a reminiscent to my mind. I mean, some of these ideas are not that common in doom or black metal. So these are definitely something that I would rather put into post black thing, because it's kind of having all these elements but still not being kind of a pure or true to any particular subgenre. Now, that is also when this album becomes kind of a tricky. The thing here is, well, the production is at certain points very clear and kind of a easy to spot out things here and there. It seems like there are multiple of multi-layered music, which then again is kind of a hard to just figure out any certain riffs. It's almost like cacophony, and that kind of a, well, makes this album less of an enjoyment to listen to. While I like the atmosphere and I like the heaviness, I like the darkness here, I must say all the tracks are way too lengthy. I mean, they don't have the catchiness. They don't have the kind of a resolve to, that just, justify this length. And as such, I feel this album be a little bit of a letdown. If like say most of the songs, if all the songs basically were cut half, and just there was less of repetition, this would be way stronger an album. Now vocals, when they are kind of a traditional shriek stuff, they are just something on the background, and to be honest, I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to them. They are not annoying, but they are not actually pleasing either. They are just there to fill the gap for vocals. But kind of a tricky thing. I really enjoy the drum work here, but the compositions as such, nope. Then again, the atmosphere is very nice. So, to me, be honest, this album is quite decent, but it's far from being actually good. Yet again, it's better than just mediocre whatever metal album is out there. So very much for acquired taste only. You have to be kind of a very enthusiastic about this kind of a post-black or Cascadian black metal thing, get into this stuff. And still you might feel like, no man, this is not gonna cut it. But then again, it's all matter of taste, obviously. So if you feel you have a, I don't know, soft spot for these lengthy post-black Cascadian black metal tracks, surely give this one a chance. But if you're looking for more traditional black metal, you better skip this. This has absolutely nothing to do with so-called Nordic or Norwegian black metal or bands like Marduk and the stuff. So with that information, do what you must. Links are below for your convenience. Looking for your comments to get back to me. So see you there, and cheers.